Alright, well, welcome back to Massey's and Maples, everyone. Today is going to be a little bit different pace video. I'm going to be showing you guys a couple things that don't work on my tractors, or kind of like little hidden features. I guess I don't know if I would consider them features, but things that make them special. Let's get into it. I'm going to start out by addressing one of the big things, is the 74 129. Obviously, the big thing about it is its paint job. It's obviously not original. I actually bought it with the snowblower that's on it now. I just fully restored the snowblower with tons of help from friends and family, so thanks to them, we got it done. And this was the snowblower was originally gray, like the rest of the tractor, with a blue auger, and the inside of it was also blue. So like inside of the funnel or pipe, whatever you want to call it, that was also blue. The rest of it was gray. We completely redid the entire thing from top to bottom. Every inch of it was covered. I will have a more in-depth video on that at some point, but that's not the main focus of this video. So this tractor all around has some, like, just a couple little things that are not original about it. One little thing is this knob on the hood. It's not supposed to be there, but it's nice. Instead of having to grab on one side, it's just there, and it's easy to open it, opposed to over here. You don't really actually have a good spot to grab it, so you kind of have to go from one side, which is a little awkward, or grab it from both sides, which is even worse. So that's just one thing that's nice about it. It also has a couple little random holes in the fenders and a couple places that are just not meant to be there. It's missing the shaft shield right here, which it's not supposed to have, or it is supposed to have, but it's not there. It's missing, like, there's a piece on it that holds the choke line in place, so I just have it zip tied around the coil, which works. It's not factory, but I mean, if it works, I guess. What else? There's a couple other things. Oh, I'm gonna come around to this side. To disengage my hydro, the piece broke. I need to weld it back together, but basically I have to pull this entire panel off, which is 4 bolts, so it's kind of inconvenient, and press down the 2 little buttons, and then it'll roll. So that's not original either, or convenient. The key is currently broken off inside of the ignition, so I need to use a screwdriver, or I can kind of fit the key piece back in and turn it over. Although I just use this little flathead right here. It works perfect. So I think that about wraps up this tractor, I guess. Couple just little unique things about it. Oh, for anybody who didn't know, the 129s were made from 1970 to 74, I believe. I might be off by a year there at some point. Okay, I guess if I come up here, the serial number plate or the serial number is right there. It's painted over, but you can still read it. This is a 74 because from 71 to 73, it's on the rear end of the tractor. And right there. Just a little fun fact, I guess. I did look up the serial number on this. I didn't originally know the year when I bought it, but it's 73, if I'm correct. I guess that wraps up everything on this tractor, so I'll go on to the next one. Alright, so a couple little things about the 1973 129 over here is, actually, with all of the tractors I own, none of them are supposed to have it, but they all have a fuel shutoff. Right here, I have this little knob that I twist to open up the fuel. It also has a fuel filter, which is nice. This one over here has a fuel shutoff that you twist like that. I just actually replaced it the other day because it had almost the exact same thing but a 90-degree angle. Over here, I have a sediment bowl, which would probably be my favorite of them all just because it filters out some of the crud that's in a gas tank. Now I guess back to the 129. A couple of things that I like about this that are unique is it does have headlights, which they did come from the factory with headlights, but it has a aftermarket like grill. Normally it's supposed to just be a panel that fits the headlights perfectly. This is a grill. I'm not sure if it's because it was cheaper or if it's because it allows more airflow, regardless, it still works just fine, and it doesn't look ridiculous. It's like not huge headlights over here and an LED bar across the top. Just something I like about that. It also does have taillights. I guess they're a little bit sensitive, but they weren't supposed to have taillights. They were supposed to have reflectors like that tractor over here. Just a couple things that I like about it that are nice. Not original, but nice. Down here, I also have this switch, which there's like a spot to mount it on the other 129, but for whatever reason, it doesn't have it. So I don't know if that's original on this tractor or if it's supposed to be original over there. I don't know which is custom. I'm not sure. My key also on this one does have a key indeed, but it goes multiple notches, so I'm not sure what the point is on that. But I don't know if the ignition was just switched out or what the whole deal was with that. This one also has an aftermarket choke knob, so it kind of looks cool. It's just something different. Right here is where that guard was supposed to be on the other 129. It's here on this one. This one also has the choke mount. It mounts right there. I don't know if you can tell or not, but that's original. Most of this tractor is in pretty good shape. I just need to get it running again. Fuel-wise, it ran great when I had it. It just does burn a little bit of oil, so at some point I'll have to rebuild it. But it's probably one of my favorite tractors looks-wise. Time to go to the 147. So the 147 has a handful of really interesting things about it. This one also does have taillights, but the wires for some reason were disconnected. I don't know if you can see that or not, but on both sides they were disconnected. So it doesn't have functioning taillights. Over here, to compare to the other 129, it does have the bracket. So I don't know if I could take that and put it on the other side, if it'd work or not. I'm too sure because this right here has the divider, but I mean, it might be worth trying someday. I'm just not going to do that right now. Another fun fact is it does not have a working electric lift. So if I show you guys under the hood, that's kind of ear-shattering, is the wire just looks like the plug fell off of it. So hopefully I'll get that working again sometime soon. One of the cool things about it is it has a Ford spark plug wire. That's just what I had laying around, and it does the trick, so it works. And similar to the 129, it does, or the gray 129, the 74, it has a special key. In other words, it doesn't have a key at all. I have a nice handy dandy screwdriver. This one fits in it perfectly. The key was not broken off in the ignition. It just broke, and I haven't got a new one because they're not very common to find. So, if it works, I guess it works. And there's less things about this that are aftermarket. So I don't know that I can think of much more. But, I guess if I'm comparing narrow frames to wide frames, one thing that I really like about the narrow frames is how the battery's up front, which gives you access to a toolbox in the back. Right there. So I have a chain down in there, my key, my bungee cord, which I use because the ags, or the chains, were over on this one a couple days ago. That was to tension it more if I needed to. So like back here, you don't have a toolbox. It's one thing that I dislike about the wide frames. Though, it all works the same, so it doesn't really matter that much. I think that just about wraps up this video. For implements, if anybody was wondering, this is what I have currently. I've got a QA42A snowblower, and then I have what I believe is a 48-inch mower deck that went on the 147, came off. I guess another little cool thing about this is it has a wood roller, which I don't believe was original. I also have a 50-inch mower deck that has the plastic roller, which I think is the original type, that went on the 73 this summer when I was running. They've been both pulled off, hence it's February, and I don't really need that. So they're just sitting there for now, I guess. Oh, the coolest fact about this entire video is going to be this right here. This tractor does not run. It doesn't have an engine either. It just is finger powered. It's a cool little tractor, I guess. I think it's fun. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.